stop the Hornets' win streak at 9. But that's not the headline. The headline is a brawl that resulted in 4 people being thrown out, 2 from each team. It was a highly competitive, chippy game that at least demonstrated what happens when players care. But there was a big fight. Wilbon, is this the type of game the NBA should frown on or applaud?
Tony, I've done sort of a 180. I'm watching this last night, and I'm thinking, no, the NBA doesn't need this. It harkens back to a time, for those of us who are old enough, and you and I are, where there were flat-out brawls in the NBA, and then David Stern came along and said, there'll be no more of that, and he pretty much disappeared. I mean, like hockey brawls, pretty much, not entirely, disappeared. But Tony, I'm watching this last night, and the intensity of the game, there's context to everything, as we like to say. The intensity of a game, Charlotte, I'm sure the Pistons, even though the Pistons is a long time since their last championship, they look at Charlotte and say, what? What are you doing out here? We're leading the Eastern Conference. Charlotte had won 9 straight games, and they're a different team. And they're saying, no, we're not having that bad boys junk out here now. And I thought, this is great. I came to think, before I went to sleep, this is great for the league. It wasn't a fist swinging, nobody got knocked out or hurt brawl. Somebody's going to probably get suspended for a game. But Tony, I just thought, wow, my juices got flowing. I heard other players say, we don't want this to go too far, but this didn't go too far. I thought it set the tone for something coming.
Yeah, I couldn't disagree more just watching the clips that I watched. It's a fight. It was a real fight. It was not contained to one set of people.
No,
it broke out on the other side as well. I can't believe you take this position. You hate all hockey fights, and suddenly you're saying that an NBA fight is okay and gets you juiced up. There is a lot of nostalgia that people like you and I have for policemen in the lane, for hard fouls, for power forwards, but fights are fights, and they're not good. There's too much, posing by athletes when they get a sack, when they get an interception, when they make a touchdown, when they throw down a dunk. There's too much, look at me, I'm a tough guy.
Yeah.
And to me, Mike, if you want to get rid of this, it's a very easy way to do it. You disincentivize it. I'll just take 10 more seconds. You suspend people. You look at the tape. You see who's the aggressor. You suspend him for 20 games without pay. You hurt him. You hurt the team. Does the commissioner of basketball have the stones to say,
no,
we're going to get rid of this stuff? Okay, well,
but Tony, this isn't that to me.
I look at it differently.
And there's a different context. I said context. I didn't watch the clips. I watched the whole thing. What led up to it and what followed. Now, you described it accurately. It did spread, and you got guys like Isaiah Stewart, and you got Bridges, and they seem to be involved in stuff. And a previous commissioner, you and I agree, would have sat their butts down. I don't know that we see that coming, but the Heat, this league is criticized legitimately for having no passion until the playoffs. I'm one of the people who criticizes them for it. There was passion last night.